acquiring lifestyle of the planter euphemisms, the way we acquired black bodies. Entanglement, its reckoning, contorting our faces. Clearly it happened. Doesn't exchange mud walls for stone. Doesn't empty sand cakes out from the mouths of starving poor. Does nothing to soothe pancreatitis from pork belly and rowan jelly, whiskey sauce, leather-bound recipes, library, picture gallery, wealth. If, say, entangled, I ask entwined. I don't scribe genuinely. I have nothing to lose. Too much is gone. Son, daughter, ears, mouth, too much. Words of solace do not clothe me. Do not prevent my great uncle from going mad, my great grandmother from being plied with drink, raped by occupiers. Not until death did she rest. And even then she is back to show me sick kids, dead mothers, imprisoned fathers, and I sleep on my feet. So many ways to repackage sugar, make it accessible for the gluttonous few. In millefeuille, in high tea, and rather cheap for the majority. Funneled into diabetic veins, consuming stress for the next paycheck. A family affair, generational of pain, immeasurable. $211 people, no house, no money to pass on, no wardrobe, no paintings, no Chippendale, no inked paper, starting from zero. Bitterness, psychosis, passing on blood, memory, and who can I ask to compensate? Which nation will pay damages, lift my people from shack into house? And I wonder what it would be to pass on to kin much, much more than disparity. A recipe for healing this part of history is not betwixt great estate and slum, whiskey and cholera water. Feeling was missing and missed now. The miseducation of the Georgian Gentry contaminates the well, and damn it, we drink as much as they drunk. Dehumanization, the convenience of it. Dispensing of empathy until there is nothing to feel. I do not see the planter in his finery. I see but his mortal dust, clogging the drains, lithe hair dripping, the armchair of his philosophy shielding the ghost. Call it lifestyle of mistakes, yes. Lest my poverty be unrequited, so many ghosts, so much material smoothed into wood, embellished behind oils, exploited in head, in heart. White authority sweeping the air, leaving nothing good for me, suffocating my blackness, discontinuing my kin, severed kings, decapitated queens, children floating down river. Where are my baskets, gathering their names? To hell with resilience, that old codfish, resistance, that dead cat walling intervention. I want the rape untangled from my hair. I want joy celebrated, paid, restored. And I haven't lost my way. Yes, the walls thicken where the dehumanizing gaze falls on my blackness. 10 degrees, severe pain, medical emergency in oils. Plaster, wood, paneled, carved, mahogany, built to last. Are are the images and imaginings of race. It's too easy to say legacy, and too hard to admit the cost wealth built on the back of black. Consider me companion, likewise enslaver's legacy, a one-of-a-kind, faulty science of visual exaggerations, narrative conquest, tropes. Consider me companion, likewise slave, cargo, commodity of triangular root. Witness to middle passage, atrocity, bid, bought, sold, inherited. And I trouble the harm, carry it, pass it, the tea, the sugar, the blood, staining the map, harm, seeped, set as copper. And I trouble the harm, holding the slave's pain and the enslaver's gain, and I hover over the clever lines, don't we all? The sumptuous mattress canvassing golden unscarred backs. Damn it, why can't I lay in bed without migraine? Without my stomach turning knots with all the things I'm supposed to do and weather. Without my mind making excuses for being baited. The unapproachable stress of black. Rest and resistance, they say it could be. Money and time off, if those two could coincide, for my color seeps deep into bones that come frail from the work. Even the work of repair weighs on my shoulders. This spirit on this body strong enough to make a country we Browns have our own development to support. Hours for hours, damn it, not second, not last, not for nothing again. Be broken until it say, give, wait. From plague and warfare did Britain come into the trade, experimenting with amassing wealth without debt. Stock 71425, 24 specimens cotton shipped. Stock 71451, 24 barrels rum shipped. Stock 71478, 24 sugar loaves shipped. 500 years ago, a form of slavery that should never dared be changed the world. And its harm we are still undoing. Slavery based on race. A permanent status expires when slave becomes spent cargo. Blackness synonymous to badness. The residual damage thinking like a racist for the sake of profit. Second nature to whitewash me in faulty moralism, preserve erasure, preserve subjugation. My heritage slathered in the recesses, the crawl spaces, I smell it. See the way it holds up the foundation, the way we cannot but cling to its strength. The burden of black is precious, equal, grand as the monuments and estates it built. Out from plague and warfare did Britain come into the trade, cowries, Manilas, beads, guns, changing hands in exchange for African men, women, children, making Europe rich, getting slaves to do the work, carving landscapes, clearing land, cultivating cash crops in so-called New World. The Europe we see today is made on the trade, made on the miseducation of the Georgian Gentry, a simple formula of grievous cost. Human loss goes up and so does financial growth, and two legacies are totaled, one of European wealth and the other of black death. The violence in the ratcheted mirror is exquisite. Stock 71450, Negro man bought, whipped, chained, forced to labor, died. Stock 71477, Negro woman bought, raped, forced to labor, offspring inherited, died. Stock 71503, Negro child, owned, enslaved, sold. Oh, the way the iron ballast did accommodate the lighter weight of the slave cargo. Oh, I'd disturb the shipping route with more than siren song, more than Sargasso if I could do it with justice. Scribble a dinkers directly on the souls of penitents the way iron did press onto our bones and seep into our souls the way I inherit resilience to give battle to their privilege, the way my sanity is the next great experiment. Black death, off the menu but consumed still in private clubs, back alleys, front parlors, book signings glorifying enslavers. And I don't want my sons to hear of it, the whispers justifying slavery. And I don't want my daughters to know the church-sanctioned interpretations of the Bible, etching badness onto our skin. And I don't want my great-great-grandmother to be sold as a fancy girl, a yellow nigger with black eyes. And I don't want a gollywog painted on my salt shaker. And I don't want the Haitian Bantu from the 17th century made for joy in conditions of extreme duress in the glass cabinet at Paris, next to a man in blackface, justifying the logic of segregation. I simply don't require the oversight, the whip, or the shackle. And damn it, why shouldn't I have sugar that don't stink? My soul is anything but childlike. It's too old, worn with undocumented kin. Trick the sun, trick the birds, don't let them see the flowers suffocating beneath the mat, the weeds springing in white pockets, foraging black light. A cheery hello won't reach cracked bones, because it pleased Penelope to have her tea sipped slow, in cool fabrics her hair brushed in the sliding, ratcheted mirror at Uncle Patrick's Palladian villa, passed on to Ninian shares in several ships, a career in slavery, job shipping cargo around the Caribbean, including enslaved people. Prefers mahogany furniture most expensive, timber, feather, or flame. From the buttress of the tree, from the joint of the trunk, produced by enslaved African labor at the expense of Grenada's tropical rainforest. Shouldn't need telling then or now, African is man and brother. But Kagwano did multiple times, wrote his petition, book length, thoughts and sentiments on the evil and wicked traffic of the slavery and commerce of the human species, humbly submitted to the inhabitants of Great Britain, sent it to the king to make it more than words, to make it deed. 50 years pass, slaves keep being bought, sold, traded, killed, and Ninian writes letter after letter to his Uncle Patrick, campaigning against the abolition of the slave trade. All the way to his hairs did he advocate for the continuation of enslavement, yet the funds go to enslavers, the repair to enslavers, to conserve loose veneer, painstakingly repair folding lid on Penelope's dressing table. Funds go to sourcing mahogany to color match to seal, and voila. The principal bedroom is at its best since the 18th century. Alleluia, the Enlightenment restored. Trotter's outstanding rosewood cabinet, but the corn husk mattress folded under Tom's great-granddaughter's head is rotten, flaking, and she is waiting for her grandson to teach her to read habeas corpus. There is nothing subtle in the symbols of wealth. The paintings stay, she described in plant splendor, he benevolent, the kind, enslavement. the temperature cannot be right. Those hammocks unscrubbed still smell of Martine's sweat, and only my feet taste sugar, steeped in blood, matted, clumped, drowning the earth onto another, and there is no money, and only work, and a mattress at my parents' that can't be shipped, and I sleep in my feet and walk in my sleep, and I'm sick when I see the wing chair in its remarkable unaltered state, in its original linen upholstery, and I want to know if Senior Chippendale had all his teeth when he grinned at his customers, Ninian and Penelope, furniture made for Paxton, using their profits from enslaved labor and slave trading. Enslavers keep peddling the same narrative false when it's plain to see no one is better off a slave. Mary Prince never heard a slave say so. So many letters did John write to George, who insisted he wanted his better off as slaves, got it into their head that they are all to be free Negroes. Never better. Never better to turn his profits, never better to ensure his claim in 1835 to the British government's Slave Compensation Commission, added the equivalent of 808,906 to his fortune. And I wonder at the motive of John Fairburn, estate manager, the motive of his list of slaves of Waltham Estates. On 13 November 1816, first name, job, male or female, age. Seems like he knew they were people. And I hear him calling them up like the shipping forecast, wind, sea, state, visibility. And I treble the harm, no permission needed to mourn those lives, real, saturated as people, oiled into status, as inlaid as the remarkable craftings that hold the jewels. In one pool of Chippendale's drawer, unpacks the ungodly luxury, paper, ink, archive, the receipts, listing blacks along livestock, named by their weight, use, size, price, abuse, but not their family, the last, the place of belonging. Unpack another euphemism, pretend they were carved by the middle passage itself. All rights reserved is the list of 211 belonging to themselves, not Waltham Estate, people, worth all our tears. They are worth all our tears. Jill, Modest, Mary, Edward, Mary, Capel, Mary Marthe, Alexandra, Margaret, Baptiste, Jack, Martha, Pierre, Francis, Nanny, Argo, Jessamine, Aswa, Gros Bob, Charles, Petit Bob, Ali, Benoit, Abui, Rachel, Gros Fanny, Charles, Rasai, Dominique, Jean-Raph, Denise, Betsy, Susan, Gros Gregoire, Charlotte, Sarah, T. Gregoire, Colastique, Sergi, Gasper, Charlotte, Kima, Juliette, Felicity, Zabeth, Hamlet, Francine, Claire, Harry, Dido, Dissin, Harangue, Amelia, Jean, Madelon, Hilaire, Corjanvieux, Madelon, Junior Louis, Venus, T. Julien, Amitiel, Phyllis, Massamo, Elon, Reine, Louis, Sally, Piram, Arrête, Peter, Jacqueline, Ursule, Panzine, Jean, Grace, Polydore, Julia, Nancy, Saint-Jean, Jeannette, Tibby, Thomas, Keith, Marie-Jean, Zoa, Ket, Bartholomew, Lucia, Jean, Darbeau, T. Catherine, Françoise, John, Lynn, Madelon, T. Baptiste, T. Janvier, T. Kelly, Joseph, Lawrence, Philip, Mary, Susan, Etienne, Marie-Louis Fido T-Pierre, Marion Sewell, Alexandra Duchess Jenny Lee Scales Abel Suzette Mary, Jack Franchionette Véronique Rosette Joseph Bell, Martian Agathe Augustine, Ramgar Pétuline Judith Argy, Baptiste Tom, Belsine Bristol Celeste Mary Lange Chalet Lali Gabrielle Flora Bibiane James Rosette Zibilat, Franchi Pompidou Jenny Gilles Jack Thibault Zali Mitchell Lizzie, a child name unknown. Mary Juin, Mary F. Nantes, Francis, Old Mary Ann, Glasgow, Neronique Will, Susan, Old Catherine, Campbell, James, Jures, Joassin, Junior Elise, Timichette, Kimbesh, Penny, Jeanette, Bernard, Jean-Lise, Victor G, Coffee W, Bessie G, Abel W, Vincent Charles, Congo Charles W, T. Noël, Gros Noël, Héro W, Pompey Honoré W, Peter Pito, William Pascal W, Emmy Sylvestre, Betty. And what would Scotland be without the Gulf Stream, blessing its shores with warmth, with pleasure and comfort? Give me the brush. It's already black-washed. Rightly so, degrees by degrees, give me the brush. Until it hurts less than nothing more. Until the doctor proclaims my bones a cheery hello. The walls flower seaweeds and their petals drop, so children can gather them up, make garlands for their mother, so their fathers unhand me, consider me friend, oil me firsthand into repair, and tell their own heirs of the wondrous blackness that made the water warm and the stones smooth for everyone. And I trouble the harm, stand in front of the thickened wall, see degrees pain and call it a medical emergency. And I trouble the harm until it's untroubled. When race doesn't determine who I marry, where I live, what school I go to, what job I get, when privilege is set to right, gives for the sold lives gone dead. And the clever lines are comfort, and my back rests when the scars heal, when home brings the butter owed until paid, and again the butter owed until mended. And the only thing under the gardener's mat is mourning, a mourning in season's rest. For the tongue lashes a far more exquisite mirror, sees the fortune, sees the crime, and upon such reversal, the aggrieved recovers her damages and is free even to oppose the grievous direction of enslavement, of all forms of enslavement, past, recurring, continuous. A new course of action will come. In the spring, it will come. The repair from the mind's contamination. And my daughters feel not my want, but something more than pride. Walking through the doors of great estates, our ancestors' legacy, pouring belonging onto them. They feel the delicious weight of elation, seeing the drawer pulled open and the list of kin memorialized in something more than gold. Cousin Ninian, hold my hand. Cousin happy before you go. Brush my hair. Cousin Martine, my bedtime music, please.